Sabotage? Are you kidding me? Yes.
I was... Ranch, baby! Have we had any since being here?
Oh, hell yeah. Have you seen what I have on my wrist?
I love it.
We're actually staging an intervention because it's a little
I did lick a ranch-flavored
off
lip
the floor, which
balm.
is a little much.
A
Yeah.
ranch-flavored lip balm.
Somebody gave it to me, yeah. And I licked it
Why?
because it said it was ranch-flavored. Guess what? It wasn't.
Was not.
Have you kept it?
But I've kept it, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Anyway, this is not probably how the panel's supposed to start.
This is exactly how the panel's supposed to start.
I have goosebumps from that moment just then. That was gorgeous. Oh my God.
I think we missed an opportunity. We should just like grab one of the speakers and just smashed it collectively or something like that. Yeah, sorry about folks. All
I was gonna say, they could have kept going too. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
I would love to start out by asking all of you, how has the experience been seeing the love, clearly the love for this game?
I'm gonna scooch back a bit because I think I'm just blocking everybody from your vision right now. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Then I don't get to see
I'm
you.
fucking huge. So I can just like lean in.
Yeah, like just sit like that.
Just sit like this the whole time.
Thank you.
Sorry.
How has it been? How has the experience been seeing the love for this game and your characters since the release?
Who are you pointing at? I can't
Everybody.
see you. Move back
Yes.
so much,
I
Neil.
want this.
It's for me. It's been the single most one of the most beautiful moments of my whole life. The reaction to this game that we worked on it for
4.5 years.
too much of our lives. And over the pandemic and so many life changes for many of us, I feel like everyone's had a kind of life-changing moment over the pandemic, probably. And just somebody just whoop that. Yay. Yeah, so I think seeing when you work that hard on something that you really love, you just pray that a couple of people will love it, not this many, not millions and millions and millions of you. So yeah, thanks guys.
I'm so sorry. I'm just still taking this all in. There's so many of you here. This is insane.
Yeah, I feel similar. I'm just sat here thinking, like, all that was running through my head when you were talking was like, I used to watch panels and people sitting up here on the stage, and now we're here, and it's really weird, but really amazing. I think you just don't expect it when you're doing the job. You hope, but you never expect it. So I think it's just been incredible.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I think that was the general census between the whole cast and a pit stop and Larry and everybody. We knew it was going to be a great game. Like the amount of passion into, all games take passion and hard work, but the way that it came together, the ideology behind it, the thematics of it, we thought this is going to be a great game. And also playing the gameplay in early access for reference point was also, yeah, this plays incredibly well. Great. I don't think any of us were prepared, as you said, like for the reaction of the communities that have been brought up. The people's stories that we've been told, that Lauren's been told, that people have come up to us individually and collectively to say how much this changed their life, or they met friends, or they met lovers, sometimes multiple, or just had this incredible experience that they felt connected and seen. Sometimes.
I really missed that opportunity, didn't I?
Yeah. I think that for the majority of people, I think we know, have been attached to it. That was the thing that I think that got most of us, that we just weren't prepared for that aspect. And it's down to you. It's not down to us. You know, it's down to Larian, really. The great storytelling, the passion they put, and the fact that they put the player first and made a game that was complete, no DLC, because they didn't feel their heart was in it. There wasn't any paid transactions. The story was complete and just updated continually. Is a testament to how Larian are as a company. And also, really, the experience that we all had with them, which was incredibly beautiful. So, yeah, maybe.
Sorry, I've just noticed your skirt.
I know, it's nice, isn't it?
So
Like your
slutty.
legs just popping out.
Sexy.
Lovely. I really like that.
It's cool, isn't it? I can hook you up, darling.
I don't know if I could pull that off. I like it.
We love a slutty leg.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly say, for me, as someone who mostly worked behind the scenes for 4 years, I'm so grateful. Like, obviously, Jen's +1 mainly, but being able to come out here is incredible. Like, I really didn't expect this. I'm, so grateful to be with you. Like, that was, oh, no, come on.
And
That
with
was a
me.
surprise.
And with Dev.
But never in my wildest dreams did I think someone who directed on the game and did a tiny cameo could go out to the like around the world and do things like this. That's such a testament to this community, that you don't only celebrate the people that you see throughout the game the most, the behind the scenes people as well. That's what community does that.
I was gonna say, shout out to production crews who also make these games so absolutely amazing.
So many people.
The next question that I want to go into is the process of making the game. So it'll be split up into 2 parts. So the first part would be, how often were you coming in and recording? Like, how often would you get the call and say, like, hey, come in? Would it be like once a week? Would it be once, every 2 weeks? And then
Every day.
every
It
day.
was more of a case of like, when aren't we working? I think was more the better way of saying it. Yeah. When were we working?
Juggling multiple other projects as well. So we were, I think usually for film and TV, I think when you do a long-running project, you will be just on that project. But for video games, you are doing multiple projects. So just slotting it in, or rather probably slotting other things in between Baldur's Gate, because for me personally, that was my big project, and then other little things between it. But at one point, every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, for Aliona, who is performance director, I think it was 9 to 5 every single day.
10 till 6.
10 till 6.
I don't do early mornings.
This is true.
And that's the thing. It was a glorious 4.5 years. I mean, I was very lucky. I got asked to be just for the last 6 months to do directing as well, but also stunts, combat, creature stuff with Larian. I also taught their animators performance in mocap suits because they had to jump into suits. So I went all over the world with them as well. So all of us, irrespective of the roles we were doing, everybody was just in that the whole time, and we got to meet each other, we got to hang out with each other.
Jen also directed on it?
Jen also directed on it as well, so it's like, and it's this great thing that all of us felt, not just our characters, which obviously are important, our stamp on the game, but we were so involved in the game in so many other ways that it was just a really beautiful experience, and we got to know each other, which is awesome. And we got to know loads of the other cast members. There's 258 of us, I think, or something like that. And I think most of us have met most of us, with a few exceptions here and there, maybe. And it was, you don't really get that on games very often, especially on a game this size, that you often do your thing in a booth. It's not always performance capture. This was fully performanced. So all of us did full performance capture, which is in itself unusual for this number of people on this long a job. But then get to connect to each of the other actors was a really beautiful experience, and I think it left its stamp on the job as well. Because if we were directing with a friend, or if you were being directed by a friend or a relationship, as it turned out, it brings another aspect of love to the work beyond just the craftsperson's love. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it was very cool.
And in terms of the directing,
Well, thank you, one person.
And in terms of the directing, what new perspective would you say it brought to performances, or to just the knowledge of the game?
What do you mean?
Well, Jen, who directed and also voice acted in it, you had kind of another perspective from the directing side.
Absolutely. It was such a wonderful and really hard. Can I just say that directing is so much harder than acting.
It is.
It's like herding cats, because actors are hard to work with.
It's like herding cats without any catnip.
Yeah, exactly. And without the cuddles sometimes.
And you three were the hardest to
Jen's
work
mostly
with.
talking about me.
That's not true. I was okay.
Just full of energy.
Wait,
Yeah,
did you direct?
Oh my God,
me and Neil?
Aliona was
both
like
of
one
you.
of my main performance directors, man. Yeah, I worked with her alongside Kirsty and
I was in the
Beth, and
trenches.
You look traumatized.
She had to deal with this,
That's what
darling, on a regular
therapy's for.
basis. All right.
Boundless energy. It was fantastic. No, I learnt from you as well, Neil, because you're so
thank you.
experienced already coming to the job
Yeah.
with all the motion capture you've done on other games, that sometimes at the beginning I was like, you do your thing. I'll sit back and watch.
I'll get the net. Yeah, that was cool.
But as far as it really helped me because I really got to see the whole story. So it wasn't because before you don't get to learn what is happening outside of your character's story at all. You don't get sent that script is so secretive. So you're like, what the hell is this Underdark you speak of? I do not understand. And obviously we'd be looking at the Dungeons and Dragons lore and things like that. But I mean, that was all new to quite a lot of us. Not Neil; he loves that shit. But as do we now.
True.
But yeah, it was fascinating to then actually get into, especially the other characters' storylines, especially the other companions, and it just adds that layer of love to it. So I'm really grateful that I got to direct on it. But I would never do it again.
It's hard work.
It's so hard. No.
You're so good at it, though.
Yeah, and you don't
Challenging
get
with ADHD as well.
Yeah.
Focusing for that long and being like the captain of the ship and trying to, especially when you were voice directing.
Yeah, and you don't get the glory.
Actually, while we're on the subject,
Aliona.
while we're on the subject, should we do a shout out for the other voice and performance
Yes,
directors?
Absolutely.
So Kirsty Gilmore, Beth
Kirsty-
Park,
Beth
Josh
Park,
Whedon,
Teddy
Tom
Steele, Tom
Mitchell,
Mitchell,
Mitchells.
Gabriel.
Miss some,
Adrian.
surely. You're going to miss
There's
some. I was
so
going to
many.
say.
There's like
Yeah.
25.
There was like 25 directors on this thing, and they were all fantastic, really supportive.
Well, and I also want to say on that, I think we do get the glory, and deserved as it is, I think we will have to remember that it is a humongous
Massive.
team effort, and you really can't have good acting without good writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which this game is incredible. I mean, it's just incredible, as you all know.
Game changer.
And not only that, the people that, you know, I'm not an expert, but the people that made it look pretty, and the people that put in all the details, and all the people whose
Animation.
jobs don't get acknowledged. Animations, but everyone, the music, everything.
Everything.
Right. So I think it was it's just a huge team effort, and you know, yeah, to remember that.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I've just noticed the swirly things on the wall. That's so
like
cool.
that?
Ooh, that's relaxing.
Isn't it?
I like that.
They're gone. We've lost these two. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Different colours.
Nice.
So moving on.
Different designs. We mentioned a little bit about learning in directing and everything. And so for my next question, what is something that being a part of this game taught you or that you learned about yourself, whether it was you as a performer, you as a director, your knowledge of video games, or just...
I'm already giggling.
Am I if I go first? No. It taught me the limit of my stamina and how long I can go without proper sleep. That I can go an enormously long time without decent sleep and work ridiculously long hours.
But you shouldn't.
With joy, because every day was amazing. I didn't have one bad day on that job in 4.5 years.
How
It was
long?
amazing. Yeah. But it did definitely taught me like how much I can take on. Yeah.
What was your longest day?
It was only like 2 sessions long and then and some directing afterwards. So it was only about like 10 hours or something like that. It wasn't too long.
Only 10 hours.
Well, it's like double sessions. You get a break and then you go into directing mode for a couple of hours afterwards. So it wasn't like long. Like we were normally in performance capture mocap, like stunts and combat, we're doing minimum 10-hour days. I think on Detroit Become Human, I did 16-hour. That was amazing. That was really cool with Brian Deckard, if you know who he is. Plays Connor, yeah. We did a 16-hour day and it was unbelievably awesome. It was great. It was just playtime, you know what I mean? What do you learn?
She loves ranch.
That I love ranch. Well, I discovered that quite. That's recent. I think I learned that it. Are we allowed to swear and use naughty words? You have. Okay. I learned that it's okay to be a bitch. In the game, but also a bit in life, because sometimes you have to be.
Can I tell you the story the first time I met Dev? Is that okay? So I'd heard of Devora Wilde.
You hadn't.
Yeah, I had.
You
The legend of Dev had spread out through Pit Stop Studios, the wonderful Pit Stop Studios productions where we did our stuff with. Told everybody about Dev, who was the hardest working, fastest working, most amazing.
It's true.
All
It's true.
this stuff.
She's the
And I was
fastest.
like, who the fuck is Dev? 'Cause I have to meet this person. Sounds amazing. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to be professional. I'm going to be like, hi, I'm Neil, nice to meet you. And she said it was coming in, and I had to go. And I was like, in such a fluff. I was like, oh, damn, I really wanted to meet her. I dropped my entire bag in front of the lift. So there I am, head down, ass up, trying to pick all my stuff up. The door goes, bing, opens up, and these boots come in. I'm like, hi, you're Dev. And she was like, you literally went, hi. And just walked. That was the first time I met Dev. I was like, oh, shh.
Also, Dev, a lot of the technicians had a crush on you, so that
Massive
was...
crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't have a crush on Dev?
I love how you drop this information that you've never told me before on this live
In front of an audience.
in front of an audience.
Yeah, that was your reputation.
And
so many people had a crush on
By
you.
all the technicians,
So
do
many
you mean
Me.
Get it?
Yeah.
Neil, you mentioned a little bit ago that there was, 25 directors or something? Like,
Right, 20
Yeah.
to 25 directors, yeah.
you know, as we mentioned, there's a lot of people involved in creating a game. And I actually recently learned that there were also intimacy coordinators
There were.
as part of the game, which is such a great resource.
Yeah, very cool. That was
Yeah.
Lauren asked for that on our behalf. And
Tom
Pit
Mitchell.
Stop.
No,
One
it
of
was
the
Tom
voices.
Mitchell.
Was it Tom Mitchell?
Yeah.
Mitchell's on
Ah.
your session.
Yeah, in my
Okay.
session. Yeah.
So Tom, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
so Tom Mitchell's a lovely human being. Actually, this is your story. I'm going to shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
shut up, Neil. Jesus. No, he noticed the lack of it and was just like, actually, this should be a thing. And I don't, as far as I'm aware, I don't want to misspeak, but I don't think it's a thing in video games,
Not
or
often,
it hasn't
no.
been.
Not often.
I haven't heard of it before. So for a company to turn around and go, hell yeah, this is what we should do,
Yeah.
is massive.
And actually, Lauren brought, because I did, oh, sorry.
Yeah! Shut up, Neil! Love you.
And actually, Lauren, because I was doing mocap stuff, the in-between moments, and
Yeah.
stunts and torture and things
Yeah.
like that. So we were doing, there was a few of us that were separate to the main cast that were doing in-game mechanics and scene blending stuff, just little things like that. And they brought in an intimacy director for those scenes, for some of the scenes they had to do, which were like torture and some sex things and that. I'm not sure about the bear thing, but you know, that was kind of fun. Yeah. Actually, I know about the bear thing because I directed Dave in that bear thing.
Yeah,
That was
you
really
did.
fun. Yeah. Dave gave it us all, darling. It was great. But yeah, they even brought it in for motion capture, which isn't dialogue or face data and that kind of stuff, but for those actors as well. And that was, again, Lauren are a great company. They listened to us and they supported us.
But it's, I think the thing for me, for intimacy coordinators, it's not just for the actor.
Yeah.
You've got a whole
Yeah, yeah.
team there, and you don't know their stories, and
Yeah.
you don't know what they might need. So just having a person that advocate for other people, I think should just be industry standard, frankly.
So we've heard of Neil and Devora's lovely first interaction. For the rest of the cast, at what point did you get to meet your fellow cast members, and what was that interaction like?
Please, can I tell another Dev story?
Fuck's sake!
So I think me and you were together at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously I'd been working with Dev and Jen and Neil and and a lot of people. But my point is that I was saying to Jen, like, oh, Dev's great. Yeah, Dev's really fun. You really like her. And Jen was like, I don't think Dev likes me. And I was like, oh, why not? She's one of the main characters.
Don't! Aw! Come on!
And Jen was
Poor
like,
me.
I think she doesn't like me because every time I meet her, she pretends she doesn't know who I am.
And then she'd be like, hi, and she'd be like, hi, I'm Dev. And I'm like, I know. We've met 3
We had lunch
times.
together.
I think it took till I sat you down. I was like, you two have met. You're working together on the game. This is Jen.
The worst thing is that I don't remember any of these 2 moments.
This tracks.
The first time I met Neil was during the pandemic, so we were all like in masks, and he just goes, "Hi," and I'm like, "No," which is the most classic Neil thing. Labrador.
I've got Labrador energy.
Yeah,
I realize this. Yeah, very much Labrador energy.
The first time I met Jen, I had auditioned for her character.
I had no idea.
And everyone was telling me, oh, Jennifer English is coming in today. You're going to love her. Oh, she's so lovely. I'm like, yeah, let's see. Let's see about this bitch.
So actually, you lost a gig and gained a girlfriend.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Which is pretty cool.
And now I've lost her again because she's obsessed with the game.
It's true.
But she comes bouncing in the way she does with her big friendly energy. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, she's so lovely. I hate her even more. And then
And enemies to lovers kind of thing.
it was.
Except that I didn't know we were enemies to lovers.
Yeah. She romanced her enemy without even realizing. And then we go in to record her session, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's see about this bitch. See if she's any good, because she stole my part. And then we start recording, and she was so damn good. I hated her even more. And then we fell in love. And then I met Dev, and then we've no.
And as we've kind of mentioned, during the recording process, there's a lot of secrecy, there's a lot of confidentiality to the point where you may not know fully the story. So
I still don't know it.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't.
but for what you've seen of the game, and what would you say was the moment that just blew your mind, that was just absolutely incredible to see come to life?
It's interesting with that, isn't it? Because the whole thing is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I think for me, if you don't mind if I take this one first. Is that
Do it, babe.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. For me, actually, because I'd seen bits of it during early access, and I just thought, wow, this is incredible. Cinematic trailer is amazing. The thing that blew my mind really about the production, besides the creativity that we were doing and the work and my character and their characters, etc., was the moment when they decided to put they, them into motion capture and voice.
As they bloody should. As they should.
Because I worked out very quickly, based on the number of sessions we did, the number of people involved, the number of characters involved, what the price tag of that, which they, quote unquote, didn't have to do. It wouldn't have broken the game in that way, in terms of modern storytelling. Most games don't have it, is what I'm saying, right? But they did it anyway. And the cost of that, from person power, actor power, to director's power, to technicians, to data cleanup, to transitions, to the pipeline, to then processing, to animation, and so on and so forth, because they have to put they, them, with he, she on every single line that has a pronoun, is staggering.
You
And
have to go back and re-record
you have to go
all
back
of
and
that
re-record all the stuff from the beginning, and they did it because they wanted to do it. For me, I think that was a genuinely mind-blowing, that's amazing. That's incredible. So that was a mind-blowing moment for me, weirdly. Well, not the game so much.
Some actors were being brought in to just record one or two lines that they'd recorded 2 years before, maybe they were in Act 1 at the beginning, and they may have said pronouns she or he, and then would come back in just to say one or two lines of they, them.
And you get paid for
And
a
you
whole
get paid
hour.
for a whole hour just to come in and do 2 lines. And they were getting loads of people to
Lauren
come.
are
It's
deeply
insane.
cool people. Very cool.
That's all our answer. Yeah, we're taking that answer.
We're taking that answer. That one's a good one.
Now, I think some people out there might have questions, right?
Yay!
Yeah.
Go! Oh.
No weapons, no weapons.
You.
Keep it clean.
Comic-Con.
We have a first person here on the mic.
Oh, yay.
Hi.
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 My name is Michelle. I'm from Miami.
Hi, Michelle.
So you guys have played D&D before, apart from, of course, playing Baldur's Gate. My question would be, would you guys be okay with Matt Mercer actually being your DM?
Are you kidding?
Of course.
Hell yeah!
We love Matt.
Hell yeah!
So Matt's a friend. We were
Yeah.
out with Matt yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's why some people are looking a little worse for wear.
Just a bit,
I look fabulous, darling. We were talking about. Yeah, Matt's like one of the most. Matt and Critical Role, all of them. I really fundamentally believe that D&D. I think D&D was cool because I was a geek from the 80s, 90s, right? Yes, thank you, one person. But here's the thing. They really, really made role-play games, along with Will Wheaton and people like that. They made it cool again.
Yeah.
And that is a testament to how brilliant Matt and the whole Critical Role cast are at storytelling and immersive and bringing the audience along with them. He's like one of the best in the world, man. He has to be.
Yeah. So yes.
We'd love that.
He's so green flag that I showed him a meme yesterday that I saw that was like, I thought this was a beautiful lesbian, but it's a photo of Matt Mercer. And he loved it. He loved it.
He's a beautiful
Great
soul.
guy.
He really
Oh my
is.
God.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eric from Orlando.
Hi, Eric. Orlando.
Continuing on the D&D theme, I know some of you've had D&D experience before, and I know a lot of you've gotten to experience with high rollers. Do
Yeah.
any of you play D&D more on your personal time since playing Baldur's Gate?
What personal
Personal
time?
time. What? We don't have personal time, baby.
No.
Sorry. Literally, I mean,
That's a sad answer, though.
it's not a sad answer. It's a wonderful privilege that all of us have so much stuff on. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So we don't have any personal time left.
Jen sneaks out of bed before I wake up in the morning just to squeeze a couple of hours of playing Baldur's Gate before the day starts.
What are you doing in there? Nothing. Don't come in.
You gotta fit it in where you can.
Yeah.
I'm like, good morning, darling.
My name is Spencer. I'm from
Hi, Spencer.
Arizona. Hi. And so as we all know, there are, I think, over 200 characters in all of Baldur's Gate.
No, there's over 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
I
Something
did
like
not know
It's
that.
like 1,000.
Well, do you guys have any favorite NPCs or animals even that you think like, oh, this one voice line I adore?
Oh, I do love. What's the name of the cat in The Last Lighted?
Oh my God.
His Majesty.
His Majesty. Hiss,
Oh
I
my
said,
God.
hiss.
I think we all love that one. I do have a crush on Isabel as well. Yeah.
That was going to be my answer.
Oh no, I stole it. Sorry, baby.
Other than my own NPCs.
Oh yeah.
Squirrel.
And Corinna the squirrel and Zeph, obviously.
You're in the
Whoopsie.
doghouse.
Hi, my name is Lizzie. I'm from Boca. How are you?
Hi, Lizzie.
Hi.
Hi. My question is, how would you say that you're like your character?
How dare you?
Question should be, how am I unlike my character?
Both of you.
Oh, come on.
you.
Yeah.
No.
Right. I think the. You want to go first? I've been going first. Like.
How are we like our characters?
Yes. Or how are you unlike them?
I'm a tough shell to crack, but once you crack me, I'm soft like a praline.
She is. It's so true.
So true.
It's so true.
I think I have a great sense of freedom. I had to keep moving. I'm very nomadic in many ways. I share that with him, I think, very much. The need to be free and the need to keep moving and experience and be free in that way. So yeah, that's something I think resonates. Most of his morality, not so much. But yeah, that's about it, really, yeah.
I think it depends. If we're going the darker route of Shadowheart, hopefully not like her at all. But I think I share a lot with Shadowheart. I think I'm learning from her as we go, and I think even as I'm playing the game with Aliona, I think, and kind of seeing her story from an outside perspective and going, oh, I am far more like Shadowheart than I thought, even when we were recording. And that's kind of beautiful because there's so much of Shadowfart. Good. There's so much of Shart that I do deeply love. And I think I'm getting sassier as we go along.
Definitely got sassy.
I'm definitely sassier. So, yeah, I think that was the last hurdle. Other than, like, the evil leader, fascist style ending that you could possibly have. Other than that, I think that was the last bit that I was like, oh, I'm not that similar. And Corinna, how are you like Aliona?
Loving nuts.
Loving nuts.
She does love nuts.
And I have this weird thing.
yeah. Tell them the thing. She likes. Can I take this? She likes to store food in her cheeks
I do.
as she's eating.
For how long?
Oh, quite a while, Dev.
I'll just
very-
look
it's-
over and
you're-
I'll be like,
I'll
do you
show
want to chew?
So you're saying you're quite hamster coded then?
Yeah.
Squirrel coded.
We were all
do
cast for a
Reggie, do they?
reason.
Yes.
They put things into-
Genuinely,
Genuinely.
we were all cast for a reason. It's quite uncanny.
Aliona mainly for her nut storing capability.
Thank you guys so much.
Welcome.
I'll show you.
Yes, please.
Talking of
Cheers,
squirrels.
talking of squirrels.
Hey, squirrel friend.
Hey, squirrel friend.
I'm Marissa. I'm from California.
Hi, Marissa.
Cosplaying as hi Neil. As Corinna, the squirrel. So my question is, how would each of your characters react to people singing you happy birthday?
Mine would harmonize.
I think Shadowheart would be like, oh, it was my birthday? I don't remember.
Oh.
That's just sad. That's just sad.
I think Lae'zel would be like, what is this Ishtik song you are singing in this Feyran?
I think Astarion would be like, oh, thank you for remembering. The gifting section is over there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Leon. I'm from
Hi, Leon.
Miami.
Hi.
I met you guys yesterday. I hope you enjoyed the goats I gave you guys. My question was kind of sort of like a Freaky Friday type of situation. If your characters could switch like bodies with another character in the game, who do you think they would do it with? Like what? Like I switch bodies.
I get you.
Who would we switch with, or who would we do it with?
Little bit of column A, little bit of column B, darling.
I mean, for both of them, Lae'zel.
Right back at you, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're still here. What do you mean, really?
I mean, I just, I don't think he'd be into that because of the, you know, this. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I have no answer to that. I suspect what? Fuck off, Gale. I don't have a... Listen, darling. Great hair, lousy bloody wizard. I'm gonna say pass on that one because I don't have an answer. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, sure.
What about with
Maybe His Majesty because I get it. You know what I mean? His Majesty.
There we go.
There we are.
And Lae'zel, who would?
Oh, probably Karlak, maybe. Yeah, or Karlak or Menthara, something like that, you know. Oh, Vlaakith. Yeah, maybe.
Feel that power.
Feel the power, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Enjoy Miami, brother.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Gerardo, and I am from West Palm Beach.
Hi, Gerardo.
I love you.
Thank you very much. I would just like to know, with your performances with these characters, I understand that you get rather attached to them. Were there any scenes that you personally had a difficult time because of how either depressing they were going through, such as Astarion having to relive through trauma, Shadowheart remembering her parents, Lae'zel feeling betrayed? Was there any scenes that you had that really touched you personally as their character?
You want to go?
Yeah, definitely. I think for Lae'zel particularly, 90% of it is I'm tough, I'm this, I'm a warrior, you can't get to me. And then there's moments, obviously, when she realizes the lie and the deception, and her whole world comes crumbling down. I think a particular scene for me was the sunrise scene. If you've done the Lae'zel romance, that's probably my favorite scene to record, because it's a completely different side to Lae'zel. And I think you were asking, was it particularly maybe tough? It was just lovely playing with a vulnerability to Lae'zel that maybe wasn't necessarily there throughout the whole recording. So for me, that was amazing to play as an actor, and I loved it.
Acted beautifully.
Yeah, can we just
Absolutely
say, can we just
beautiful.
have a round
Yeah,
of
round
applause
of
for
applause.
that scene?
Yeah. It's the annoying thing about Dev. She's really bloody good.
Exactly the scene you mentioned. I think, has anyone not played Baldur's Gate 3? I like that one person just went, okay, so I won't, there are
I
a
haven't
few.
done that scene either yet, so.
Oh, okay.
Cover your ears.
There's a bit that Shadowheart finds very difficult at the end of Act 2. You know the one I'm talking about. And that was really genuinely very hard. And thank God for incredible directors like Aliona Baranova and Beth Park, because we talked about how difficult sometimes the intimacy scenes are and how you need like an advocate for that, but you also need your directors with you feeling safe during the really emotionally vulnerable parts. And, like many of us here who are neurospicy, the girls got big feelings. And so, it was a lot. And I wanted to pour as much of myself into it, but that comes as a cost. And so it was really difficult, but I was completely guided through it by two amazing directors. And hopefully it was worth it. Huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you to my therapist, and I'm not joking. Neil?
Oh, me, sorry. Sorry, I was just listening to you. I think the thing for me was that I haven't had a bad day in the volume, ever, like in 15 years of working. I mean that sincerely. I've had physical burnout days, but the challenge is the thing for me, you know what I mean? So I think for me, with his story, there are some elements where you have to make sure you're always telling your character's story, not your story or anything that affects you in that way. So I was very mindful that if things are like resonate, to make sure that I'm in control in a creative way for that. Obviously they have an impact, yes, of course they do. But you can take joy in it as well. And so I had great joy in all of my work, I'm very lucky to say, because of the directors, because of the experience with my fellow cast as well, that it was joyous, even when it was difficult. And it wasn't difficult bad, it was difficult the challenge, yeah? So the castle scene is extraordinary. And we did, I'm going to get on a limb and say we did about 20 lines successively in one of the pathways of that in one go, because I asked them to. And they were very aware of everything and all that kind of stuff. And it was a beautiful moment. It wasn't bad. It wasn't challenging like, oh, I'm destroyed by it. I was actually uplifted by it, because we were all focused together to make this one moment as best as we could. And that is the essence of acting craft. It's beautiful. And that's why storytelling is so important. You know what I mean? Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of your day in Orlando.
Thank
No
you.
worries. Nice to meet you, man. Great.
Hi, my name's Sean. So I follow a lot of you all on social media, of some of which being TikTok. And I know somebody
What is
has
this
a
TikTok?
thing for ranch.
Is that a bottle of ranch?
That's a bottle of buttermilk
holding
ranch.
you back.
Buttermilk ranch?
It is buttermilk ranch.
Oh my.
Because I just saw this morning that you chose this as the winning flavor. So.
It's the winning flavor, but I haven't. I haven't. I'm guessing this is going to be a question about ranch. Someone just didn't jump in right. I need to go to a few restaurants and try some homemade ranch. Anyway, sorry. Go for your question.
You said this like one time. You said the like ranch thing like one time. It's with you forever now.
I know, and I'm here for it.
She didn't say it one time.
I was going to say, Neil, she did not mention it just once.
But so this is for you. But my question is going to be, so when you guys were auditioning for these roles, did you audition for the particular character because you felt an attachment, or what did they want for you to get?
He thinks we've got choice. Baby, it doesn't work like that, man. We don't get to choose.
I didn't know if you auditioned particularly for that character, or if you actually wanted to audition because of that character's like personality type.
Oh, I see. No, we
didn't really know what the characters were by name.
Yeah.
We just knew I think they're like
It was
half
a
elf,
racial archetype.
half elf, planeswalker, cleric.
Yeah.
Whatever. Actually, cleric might not have been one of them, but you know what? High elf, half elf, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and I think as an actor, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't want to speak for anyone else. As a struggling actor, which I am no more. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah,
Why not? Look at your eyes. You're like, no, because we took let go of that now. But as a former struggling actor, when you get something, within reason, you try and audition for as much as you can. And I think we all got all of them pretty much, and we were allowed to audition for as many as we wanted. So, I think it's just that you audition for as many as you can, as many as you think you can do, and then hopefully you'll get one of them.
Okay, so there wasn't like I feel like a certain pull towards this character.
No, because we didn't know much about them, really.
No, not really.
No.
I mean, in classic, I don't know if you're not an actor then, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in classic auditions, you will get submitted to a role that maybe the agent sees or the casting director might know you and ask for you specifically. If you like that role, you're going to either take the audition, or if you really don't like the role, you don't understand it's not for you, you can always refuse and say no. But we don't really get to choose, I'd like that role, please. That doesn't really happen. With this game, as Dev was saying, we went in totally blind. We had no idea who any of these characters were. We submitted these archetype auditions, which is kind of an interesting way of doing it. And they went, okay, we think this person might do a good job with this character. And then they brought us in for demos. I was brought in for a demo to do.
I wasn't. I just did the one audition. But I think
They knew it was Lae'zel
They knew it was me.
immediately.
But I think the difference also within traditional acting is usually you'd get, say, from your agent, you'd say, you have been submitted for this role. It's one role. Whereas for video games, sometimes you would get a selection and they're like, choose which one you want. Audition for all of them if you like, or audition for just one. So that's the difference, really. And I think I audition for pretty much all of them.
Yeah, same. And I also, thinking about it and having watched back my audition for the game.
I want to see that.
It's fine. I did bash it out though. Like I'm not like, oh yeah, I nailed that. I'm like, it's fine. But none of the roles that I went for were anything like Shadowheart. And actually, the half elf, but I didn't do a performance that was like Shadowheart.
You just had the essence.
So when I got brought in to do Shadowheart, and I was like, great, okay, I've got this main role, fine, brilliant. I don't know what this game is. I hope it's good. But I was like, why have they cast me as this part? I'm nothing like Shadowheart. So obviously they saw something in me that I didn't see myself at all. So that's quite nice.
Good casting.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks, Larian.
Awesome, thank you. I'm going to see you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Should we go a bit faster answering the question?
Yeah.
I'm aware there's 13 minutes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is John.
Hey, John.
Hi, John.
Here. My question was, through the process of filming, like doing motion capture, voicing, what were some of your favorite voice lines as characters?
That large fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Efficient.
You didn't pick that by hand, did you? It's deadly poisonous. Joking!
It's not you understand, it's me. I have standards. I wasn't a favorite, but I got so many people rejected. Like 300,000 the first week. It was beautiful.
No.
Oh my god.
100,000.
Yours?
It hurts. It hurts.
Follow up. There's one voice line in particular, Neil. It might have to do with.
Wasn't my fault.
It might have to do with the full concentrated power of the sun.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember the whole thing, man. So can somebody help me out with that? Come on stage and just whisper into my ear like sweet nothings. Come on. Yeah.
Oh.
I just can't remember like 15,000 lines of dialogue. What were you thinking? I was right there. Well, apparently somewhere between a nice summer's day and the full concentrated power of the sun.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome. We didn't know it was audience participation. Strap in, folks. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
I want to say thank you so much for coming all the way down here to see us. It was a really lovely surprise.
So you mentioned, Devora, like being a struggling actor, and it's true. Like being an actor requires so much dedication, and there's so many naysayers you encounter. So I'm wondering, how did you guys get into acting, and what drove you to continue even in your hardest times?
I'm going to give a synthesized answer.
Everyone's answer is pretty much the same.
How did we get into act? How did I get into acting? A very roundabout way. I did English first, and I did fashion journalism, and then I was like, if I don't do acting, I'm going to hate myself forever because it's what I always wanted to do. And what continued driving me? That's a really good question, because honestly, when I look back on it, I'm like, I don't know, because sometimes you're just like, I can't do this anymore. There were so many moments where I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's just too hard. I think it's probably the love of it, really the essence of actually loving it. I think if it was anything else, I'd be like, I don't care anymore. I'm done. I'll do something else that hurts less. So probably the love, and also I think there comes a point where you realize you've worked too hard and you've gone too far to go back. And it's really not worth all the blood and sweat and tears and rejections to just give up.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
The name's Oscar.
Oscar.
Oscar Q. I'm born and raised in Miami. I'm actually here with the full party that I played through the game with.
Oh, cool. That's great.
I want to thank you guys for all the work you contributed through your characters and the background stuff to make a really awesome final product of a game. It was amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Me and my friends had a lot of fun romancing the characters and seeing all the funny directions it could go in. So my question is, if you were to create a character and play through the game, who do you think you would romance?
Oh, we're all playing it.
We're all playing it, man. We're streaming it.
Watch our streams. So obviously Neil is romancing himself.
So am I, though.
Romancing herself.
But you have to. But wait, so who are you romancing? Go on,
You,
tell them. Tell the
you,
people.
You, but only because Aliona's romancing me. But I will say that in my Dirge playthrough, I am romancing myself.
Lots
And
of
there you
ego.
have it.
Thank you.
There you go.
Self-love. Thank you, darling. Yes,
self-love.
self-love. There's another term for it as well.
I knew you were going to say there's another term for it as well.
Yeah, narcissism.
Hi.
So, my name's Mian. I'm actually from Melbourne, Florida. It's like 3 hours north from here.
Hey,
Oh, God, I think you meant Melbourne, Australia.
No,
I
God.
It's not Australian,
today.
No.
No.
No, mate.
No.
Sorry, I'm nervous. I public speaking.
Try being up here, darling.
Thank you. So obviously, there's so many people here, especially in this panel, that connect with your characters. Does it ever like hit you guys that so many of us players and enjoyers like resonate with your characters through trauma or just growth?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of part of the reason we come to conventions is to meet people. All of us,
Yeah,
no, it is.
yeah, no,
I
it
mean,
is.
we do, we've all done theatre or stand-up as well, and we get to meet our audience immediately. You don't get to do that in games. You know, you're in a booth, surrounded by lovely people, other actors. There's no audience there. So for us to get to hear your stories about how you've experienced our work is amazing. It's fantastic.
Even as Jen's partner, yesterday I saw someone brought to the table a really emotional Shadowheart art, and it suddenly hit me and made me really emotional that character has connected with so many people, and you made that character come to life. It's insane.
Yeah.
No, don't make me cry now. No, stop that.
I think especially because, a lot of us put a lot of ourselves into it. And so you're not just connecting with this incredible character with beautiful writing, you're connecting with us as well, which is, it's pretty mind-blowing. And you're not just watching a film, where you're kind of passive. You're interacting with
active,
us
yeah.
for hundreds, and some of you, thousands.
3,000.
Maybe go touch some grass, guys. I'm just saying. I'm joking.
You're one to talk.
I am one to talk. But yeah, it's beautiful, and we're all just constantly grateful for you guys, frankly. Yeah. Love you too.
Thank you.
I just had one more question for Neil.
Yeah.
So I do watch your streams. With the cat game, what is your favorite hat so far?
It's the hat that I haven't got. I've heard rumors that there is a space helmet, and I want it.
Yes.
And I want it so badly that I could hurt somebody to get that hat. So that's the hat that I would like. I've got it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Miguel from Venezuela.
Hola.
Yeah.
My question is about your fellow voice actors, because there's a lot
shit.
of... Yeah, there's
And
a
thank
lot
you for the question.
there's a lot of amazing talent, but obviously the recording process is kind of isolated for how video games work. So you kind of don't see the product until it comes out, and in some ways see it as spectators as we do. So my question is, in that sense, once you got to see it, is there somebody else's performance that you were particularly like inspired by or surprised you?
I've
where
got
they took
all
it?
of them.
Yeah.
You have
I was
no
about to
idea.
say.
Everyone.
Like, here's the thing. So we talk about all the companions and the Tavs as well, which there are 8 people doing amazing work. There are actors in this. Enrique, I'm trying to remember which specific one. So I can't remember which actor it was. There was one actor that did 30 roles.
Claire Corbett, I think, did about that.
Yeah,
And
Claire Corbett did that.
Is Korga,
Duggan as
is
well,
us,
yeah.
is like, what else?
There's a
like,
whole, like,
just all the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and in each
Yeah,
character is
amazing.
performance captured. So we're not voice actors, we're actors. We do voice work and performance capture for the role. And so you have these actors. Claire Corbett is amazing, and then a whole bunch of them. They did 20, 30 characters, all of whom move differently, sound differently, and have different stories. And they did them with incredible craft work. So I don't really have a favorite. I mean, everybody was blinding on this. It was amazing. They pulled in people from the RSC, from television, from film, from games. It was amazing. It was extraordinary.
And I do think, I'm just going to hype my girlfriend here for a sec. But I think what is so special about this game is that every single NPC you meet, except for the animals, is mocapped. So every breath and every movement is them. And the movement direction in this is absolutely sick. And I think, is a huge part as to why all the performances are so impressive, because they're so lived in.
We really care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Team effort, baby.
Team effort, baby.
Thanks a lot, man.
Awesome, thank you.
Guys, I'm so aware of how long this queue is. I feel so bad.
Well, I was just about to say that unfortunately, I think this will need to be our last question. However, you are signing.
We're at the
Yeah,
table.
we
So
are. Yeah.
if
come and
anyone
ask us.
has a question they would like to ask, they can come visit you.
Uh-huh.
And also, we can take a picture maybe at the end of the panel with everybody.
We've got 2 minutes and 39.87 seconds. I reckon we could bash out 2.
Yeah,
Quick.
I reckon we
Quick,
can do
quick,
2.
quick,
I reckon we
quick,
can do
quick,
2.
quick.
If Dev answers them.
We're taking over the panel, darling. Strap in.
Let's go.
Go.
Hi. Oh gosh. Hi. I'm Sam.
Hello.
Okay, so having played a chunk of the game already and seen some of the situations your characters have been in that were originally kept kind of secret or hidden, are there any directorial or performance decisions that you would make differently, even in smaller interactions? And if not, why not?
No, because it was perfect.
Yeah.
No,
You're perfect.
You're perfect. I definitely would like to go over a lot of things, but I think most actors, it's very hard to watch your work unless you're Neil, and it's very hard to watch your work and be like, oh, I am so brilliant.
I only said that a few times.
Yeah. and there are some stuff where I'm like, well done, me. But yeah, there's a lot where I'm like, what? That's my answer. Thank you.
Your performance is perfect. Shut up.
I gave you an easy out.
Next question, maybe.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Hi, I hope you guys have been enjoying your time in Florida. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, and I don't know if you'd prefer to answer from more of a directorial standpoint or more from your character's perspective, but whatever the last scene was that you worked on before everything wrapped, like
I know
what
exactly
was
which one
that,
it was,
and
yeah,
what
yeah.
was the energy in the studio for that moment?
I cried. 'Cause it was working with Jen.
Yeah, there were a lot of tears.
But Jen still had some voice only sessions to go, but they weren't going to be mocap, so I cried and Jen did not.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I cried on my last session, but
But
not
it
on
was-
yours last session.
Yeah, it was my last one before it was yours. I don't remember what you went over in that session.
No.
Oh, it was like towards the end. It was really beautiful, but I don't want
Yeah.
to
Nice.
spoilers.
Well, my waters broke, so I guess I was
That's
crying for
right,
a
they
different
did.
reason.
That's right, they did. That was wild. I forgot about that. I cannot beat that. The last thing I did was actually the mocap volume with Larian outside of the recording studio of the stuff. And the very last thing, one of the last things I did was an addition to the Origin Astarion ending. Because I asked them if I could put a little dance into the ending. And Greg, who's amazing, he's now the head of animation now. We talked about it. Jason Latino also reviewed it. And they agreed with me that it was the last beautiful send-off for unascended Astarion. And it kind of fitted the mood of the character, and they let me do it. So that was like one of the last things I did that was like 2 weeks before launch, by the way. Wow. Which was a bit mad, yeah. That was mad. So that was my last one. And yeah, I cried like. Yeah, it was great.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.